Hello, lovelies. Welcome to another Light Language with Louise for February 2022, second month of 2022. And we kicked off this month, just coming out of that energy now with the new moon in Aquarius, which really brought some fresh energy in. And combined with all of the light that's coming into the planet, I think all of us can feel that there is a sense of change happening. And in the last video, I was inviting you to really find some replenishment as we start this big year. So, coming up in the middle of the month, we've got a beautiful full moon in Leo and lots of planets moving forward. No retrograde planets this month, which means there is a beautiful energy to help you to move forward with what it is that you're creating this year. And a big part of this is really finding that inner sense of connection to what that is that you really want, what it is that you're here for. As I speak today, there are protests going on, in my country, here in Australia, around the world. People are feeling that sense of who they are and what they're here to express, and their own freedoms are being compromised by external authorities. And this doesn't mean that we just go gangbusters and do what we want without caring about other people. It's not about that, but it is about finding that inner compass. And February is such a beautiful month. It's my birthday month. I'm an end of February Piscean. And that Pisces energy, as Sun moves into Pisces, is going to invite us into that expanded spiritual connection, that real deep connection with your own sensitivity and your own ideals. There's a real idealistic energy around Pisces. And when we're in this kind of context where structures are breaking down, where there's polarity and conflict, we do need to take time to nurture ourselves and come into that deep inner connection and really remind ourselves, what are our ideals? Like, sometimes ideals can seem like a real pie in the sky thing, but without our ideals, we don't know what it is that we're expanding into. We don't have that bigger picture to draw us forward. And so there's a beautiful energy this month to draw us into that expression of our ideals, that experience of our ideals. And we do that one step at a time. And we do that by coming back in to center, listening. And in each moment, it has to be a moment by moment choice, because we're only really living in the present moment. And that's the contrast, isn't it? We have these bigger picture, we have these ideals, we have these expansive visions for ourselves. And then it comes back to the day to day. And I'm going to invite you too this month to find some sense of lightness and play in those day-to-day choices, because all of that, every choice that you make each day that's more in alignment with yourself, that's more in alignment with your heart, that feels joyful, that feels light, right? Even if these are heavy situations that seem to be happening around you, if you can keep coming back to that and adding a little more of that frequency each day, that's what gradually expands and builds the vision. And the other day I was just reflecting on, I've been experiencing a bit of fatigue this last week, and there is a lot of energy flooding into the planet. So you might be experiencing certain feelings and sensations as well around that. And I was just kind of communicating with my higher self about the experience of being in the body and about this density. Sometimes your body can feel a bit heavy. And my guides were saying, well, this is the experience that you wanted to have, right? To play in density. And sometimes we talk about density in light worker conversations as something bad, but density is just another experience. And what density gives us is a slowing down. So if you might be someone like me who's got a lot of light energy, and I can speak very fast. That's why the light language is so good for me. And so actually for me, coming in and grounding and slowing down and actually getting to experience my moment by moment human experience is a great thing, right? This is where we learn to slow down our frequency enough to create in physical form. So we're in this process of bringing in more of our light, right? And so we're learning to be our fully expressed, fully expanded light being selves in a denser reality. And so that's, it's a bit like having a foot in both worlds. And this often comes up when I work with clients who are, really experiencing that sense of, there's a part of you that's really connected very multidimensionally. And there's a part of you that's in the physical, right? But we don't have to feel stuck in the physical. We need to embrace the physical and really see this physical realm as a playground, a place where you can explore and discover more of all aspects of yourself, your human self and your expanded multidimensional self, and bring them together in this realm. So for February, I don't even have a theme yet. I'm going to channel the light language first and then see what it is that comes through. We've just had a sense of the astrology. But as with all of these things, there's always a deeper layer each time. And there's a deeper layer for you too. So I'm going to encourage you also to, if you don't already do this, take some time every day to channel from your higher self, which can be just as simple as asking, higher self, please guide me. What is it I need to know right now? Right? And then just sit and listen and receive. We have never been in a more important time for you to really listen to yourself and find that inner compass, because no one else is living your life. No one else is living your journey. No one else has the gifts and frequencies that you're here to offer. So everything that's going on in the world is actually bringing us back to our own inner authority, our own sense of sovereignty, what living an incredible human life means to you. So, as always with the light language, I'm going to invite you just to open your heart, to ground, feel the earth beneath you, trust that your own higher self is guiding the frequencies, the transmissions, for you to receive them in the highest for you right now. And if you have an intention for this month, maybe you want to hold that in your heart right now and just trust that what you receive today is in the highest for you. Kai amare ta koia ki ama a te tem au amake e. Ia sanna e la a ato i a kamasa pe ich irukoto ma e. Immalasi akad. E akad e matando or ase. Ia kamaro te che te bara sandoko ala akat e te merekit at am. Asachi ito moro kutale ich imana tarko masaba awakeche it irkatan. Asabar kaukata e akatar kata tuna makia power i te eke. Kasabar kota na che e te pa rukuta asi pe rimatar kota ele. Tata tona shakori ele e panore pe tisi barakota malake. Kashamo se ke wala ke kota markita barakatan siti. Lar o shona mo kwa ba ke bar masuki te echerkuti. Kasamar katar kashama ko pa ke pa tori ni in as it in mo kwa. Masake akal inya ma iya kotani masabuk shikur putar kodam epe ta atar ke sono kotachiru kod masabar ke par et ana asakote orkuta asamakati kutsu kamaki pakachiru konele te aktiv to aish arskos umashi arkote ma asibar kota ich erikotare ala kamata porketin os o kaya kache eli ile malate nim kosa marke arkote la katte chikota maka parke porke masati po ori amasa perché sono kotori la kanama so picture ko masake pati la ato ke samaro kite awe ke war kite la ato suma kachi kitor kite. Take a deep breath and exhale. So as I was doing this transmission, the sun's coming out here and there's a lot of gold energy, and as the transmission started, it felt like what was happening was a real connection to our solar plexus. So that this is the sun in the center of your own universe, your light, your self-worth and your confidence. And so the message that was coming through there was actually a healing coming through too for our solar plexus, because many of us have, as children, had a sense of our self-worth being negated, or that we have falsely based our sense of worth on the judgments and perceptions of our caregivers, and they weren't necessarily accurate and true. And there's also a sense of betrayal and sadness there, that you weren't seen in your light when you were younger, that you weren't recognized, and that you didn't get what you needed for you to calibrate to a sense of your own self-worth. So this beautiful gold ray healing, I can still see it around me, as I'm speaking here. This gold, right? I want you to really invite you to breathe that into your solar plexus and to have this sense of drawing your nourishment and your light from that sun within you, right? Which is a reflection of our own sun and that light. So your light is generated within you. Your light is who you are. And that is always worthy, right? That is always worthy of love, of receiving, of respect, of recognition. So the message here is really to turn your attention within and to receive from yourself whatever acknowledgement and recognition you didn't receive as a child. And I can feel there's a lot of energy of sadness here sitting in the collective. And there's also what can happen here too is that as we grow, it's external authorities around us that we still seek to acknowledge us and recognize us and care for us. And when they don't care for us, or when we discover perhaps that they don't have our best interests at heart, that they have their own agendas, that it can really activate this deep sense of betrayal and sadness within, that the people who are supposed to protect and love and nurture you to flourish perhaps haven't done the best job. And this isn't about blaming our parents, right? It's about noticing, oh, where did we put our sense of self-reference outside of ourselves? Where did we stop trusting that we already knew who we were and our value and look for it externally? And that's something we all do as children. We look for that reference outside of ourselves as a means to survive. But now that we are old enough to know that we can take care of ourselves and that we do have the power and the resource to do that, really going to encourage you to activate that light within you, activate that sun within you, activate that inner authority, and know that you don't need the love or recognition or acknowledgement of another for you to be worthy. So I think the theme for this month seems to be that. So worthiness, finding your inner light, your inner authority, your inner radiance, really taking the time to meet any parts of yourself compassionately that still might feel a sense of sadness or betrayal or being unseen, being invisible, or just not having power, right? All of these are intertwined themes, but it all comes back to you really acknowledging that you are the creator of your life. You are the shining sun in your own universe. So make the most of the beautiful energy this month to really shine who you are, make the choices that feel in alignment for you. And I hope that you will have a beautiful, expansive, and joyful, playful month. Just enjoying being in this earth realm and discovering more of that light that you are. So just a little announcement, and I'm still feeling into this, but over the past 7 years, I've been channeling these templates, 22 templates called the Signatures of Enlightenment. They are to activate the light in the glands, organs, and chakras of the human body. I would like to launch this series on 22/2/2022, so 22nd of February. So I'm going to create an event, I think, to talk about that. So please keep your eye out for that. And I'm really looking for people to help me by holding a group space, by working with these templates, that we bring the energy of these templates into this physical realm, because this is often what happens with light creations. They then need to be grounded into the earth so that frequency can be here for all to access. So I've worked with them myself and I've brought through this series, and now it's ready to be birthed into the world through a group. So if that's something that interests you, keep an eye out for that, and I'll be making an announcement in a couple of weeks about that. So I wish you a beautiful, beautiful month of February, my favorite month. It's my birthday, and lots of beautiful Piscean energy coming in at the end of the month. So make the most of that. Love you lots. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share with anyone you think might benefit. And feel free to come back to the video during the month and receive. There was a beautiful golden blessing coming through today. And yeah, feel free to come back and receive it. And please comment below if you enjoyed the video. I'd love to hear about your experiences. And I will see you again next month.